Welcome to the Avalanche podcast. Today we're talking about the Sheffield United game. It has just finished. Andrew, I'm pretty sure we said it in the pre-game. I definitely put it in the blog on YouTube that we cannot afford to have a similar showing, a similar result to the Burnley game. This would have been a massive 3 points for us. And I can't help but feel we've fucked it up again. Talk to me about your thoughts on that game.
Incredibly frustrated. I do think, even watching the game, I thought we should have won the game. I think the refs made some atrocious decisions and let Sheffield United get away with absolute murder in that game.
They were awful.
All the niggly fouls. I don't think I saw a foul. There were challenges that were worse than Chaloba's challenge that he got booking for that were not given as a free kick.
Oh yeah, I mean the one on Palmer from Robinson.
Well, that was given as a free kick, but that was.
But he didn't get a card or anything for it.
He got yellow.
Oh, did he get yellow?
He got yellow, but it was a horrific challenge. It was so late. It just doesn't. If that's not red, I don't really understand what is, because the ball's gone. He's coming in from behind, so he's never getting the ball anyway. His whole body's off the ground. It's studs showing into the back of his leg.
Yeah.
I don't understand how VAR doesn't see that. I think for their goal, Oleg McBurney has led with a forearm and collided with Badashield's head and moved his head out of the way of winning a header there, which has resulted in their goal. And I think VAR has got too concerned with the potential offside that was never offside to actually even look at that properly. But there was just so many there was so many times where Sheffield United weren't even remotely trying to play the ball, were just playing the man, and the refs not giving us anything. Someone ran into Enzo Fernandez, they got a free kick for sprinting into Enzo Fernandez. Yeah. Everything went Sheffield United's way, other than they should have had a free kick when Caicedo made a challenge. Yeah. Other than that, everything went their way, and they can whinge about it's not a free kick late on in the game when someone's kicked Caicedo in the head all they want, but someone's kicked Caicedo in the head there, that's a free kick. He didn't get a booking, so I wouldn't complain too much. Incredibly frustrated with the ref. I thought we did enough to win the game. We didn't have a lot of great chances, but we scored 2 good goals. And we have to defend a free kick from deep better than that. It's set pieces again, and we're not defending them well enough. But it just so incredibly frustrating, purely for the fact that I don't feel like at any point in that game were we on an even footing in terms of refereeing decisions. And so I think we had an uphill battle playing against 12 men from the beginning. We should have ended up playing against 10, and we didn't. And then, obviously, it's the same old frustration of we can't defend set pieces, and it's incredibly annoying. I think Petrovic, that was his first game where I think he actually deserves some criticism, because he said multiple times he shouldn't have got beaten at the front post, at the near post of the first goal, and I agree. Didn't really come out and claim anything throughout the game, and just looked nervy for a lot of the game when we were defending.
Well, just quickly on that one, I think he might have lost a bit of confidence actually when he came out for that Garnacho one and got nowhere near it. He got caught in no man's land, and it almost felt like he didn't want to come out and get caught again in no man's land. But you're right, he didn't want to come out and get a lot of stuff today. He started to move forward when McBurney got that second goal, and he stopped.
Yeah. I think for the Garnacho one, he just committed too much to trying with where the ball was.
Yeah.
I think if he just comes out a little bit, he just makes less of
big.
the goal.
Yeah, makes himself big. Schmeichel.
That's what Neuer's really good at, where he closes space and then long barriers, and he's fucking huge, and it's so difficult to get the ball past him. I think that's something Petrovic needs to get better at. But yeah, just incredibly frustrated. And I think we should have had a lot more chances, and it was that final ball was atrocious.
I was just about to say, I was about to follow up on the officials. I don't think the officials had a good game today. Like, it's easy for us to say that we feel like we're robbed because of just the way that the game's gone. You're right. I don't understand what Sheffield United were complaining about at certain points. They've only got one thing to complain about, which is that one on McBurney that you mentioned 100%. Other than that, I don't think they've got a single thing to complain about. The only thing I can think of is that they were more active as a team and trying to press. You know, and I kind of feel like maybe they got advantage for that, just in terms of because they were trying to put pressure and trying to win the ball back. But again,
I understand that in the second half, but in the first half they weren't doing that.
No,
and they were still just playing the man, not the ball.
But again, as we said, we've seen inconsistencies in this game, and even you even made a point when I said, well, what's the difference between Chalobah getting a yellow card, where I don't even think he touched the bloke, compared to some of the 2-footed challenges that have come in. It just seems to be there's a lot of inconsistencies week in, week out. But the referees didn't have a good game. Even the official, there was a foul on, I think, Noni twice and Gallagher on the far side in the second half. And the linesman just did nothing. Sometimes I do think the players need to be a bit stronger and just try and actually make it look like you are trying to compete. You're not just trying to go down and get a free kick. I do think there is a bit of that. But as you said there towards the end, which I really want to jump in on, is the passing today was not good.
No.
Jackson was all over the place. And with Jackson as well, I felt like this was a game where he needed to be a bit, I don't know if selfish is the right word, but I think he needed to be patient. You see pundits like Shearer and former strikers and I think Danny Murphy said it on Match of the Day, Sky Sports, all that jazz, where they're saying as a striker, sometimes in those games, you need to stay in your position. There were times where, all right, he's trying to drop back and help the team. I appreciate that. But then there was no one at the top of the pitch. There was no one then pushing on. It's all well and good, actually. If he's going to drop back to help out, then someone else needs to push on and get back into that position. But there were times where, granted, he didn't have a lot of support at certain points up the pitch. And he was forced out wide to get a ball, and he did. And then he'd chip it over or flick it without realising who's there and who's not there. And he's just kicking it into the space that he should have been in and no one's there. And again, it's that awareness that I feel like that we're lacking in the awareness sometimes about positioning, and it's a bit like, I also want to say total 90 football, like the Dutch used to play way back in the day. You're way too young to remember that, but I can barely remember it myself. But the passing was not good today. And they dominated the midfield. We didn't have as much running, I felt, that we needed in the high wing position, which I think would have helped us. Enzo was looking for that a lot. There were times where you've got even Enzo at one point passed the ball, went to Noni, it went back to Zazie, who was playing the right centre back position, because I'm pretty sure we're playing a 3 today at the back. And then you've got Noni and Enzo there. Noni's, I think, just passed the ball back to Zazie. And there's that space, and it's like someone needs to turn and move defenders. You don't even necessarily going to get the ball, but again, create something. Players need to get moved out of position, and again, I think it's just that lack of inexperience and stuff. I think coming in through there.
You do love saying lack of inexperience.
Oh yeah, sorry, lack of experience. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it during the game, but now you said that, both Cole Palmer and Noni want to cut in. So we didn't really have any overlapping run on that right hand side.
No.
Which I think wasn't particularly helpful.
And that is the problem with when you're playing the 3 at the back.
Yeah.
Cucurella was able to push up his side.
We didn't really have a winger on the other side at all. So.
No, not really.
I think that's probably why Jackson was so isolated. We just didn't. The only person that was kind of up there was supposed to be up there was Cole Palmer, and he kept dropping deep to midfield.
I was going to say he kept dropping deep, and again Enzo was dropping deep into what I was assuming was the Casado position.
Yeah.
He's getting 2 meters, 3 meters max away from Zazie to get the ball.
Well, laterally as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't even further forward.
Exactly. It's doing what Jorginho used to do. So you just wind me up. But the problem he had was that he then had no movement, nothing happening in front of him, so he couldn't really do anything about it. There weren't people making runs in the far corners. He couldn't switch the play. It just became really static again. And when we did have those breakaways, as we said, some of the passes. I mean, Jackson's passes. I can't believe he stayed on the pitch as long as he did. Just because you made a very good point. There was that one pass. I think it was towards Cucurella. It was on the left side.
It was once Mudryk had come on.
Was it Mudryk? Mudryk come on. And you said that's the one time he needed to actually put some power on it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Every other time he's put too much power on.
Everything.
You know, and I actually said in the YouTube blurb before I posted the pre-game, I said there are certain players that need to step up more now, because we can't keep relying on Cole Palmer.
Mm.
You know, I think Noni had an okay game. He had a good game. There's definitely parts to it was good.
I mean, he struggled defensively, but
he's not a defender. But again,
he should be playing right wing back.
I don't see how a football player can get to this level. I know we're talking about Noni at this point, but I'm talking about a lot of players that we've got, especially the forward kind of players that can't tackle. But then again, even certain defenders.
I wouldn't say he can't tackle. I think that's a bit harsh. He's not an elite defender out there.
I'm not asking him to be an elite
against
defender.
The winger. He might be able to do a decent job against the left back, but he's not. He's not going to defend well against someone that's actually a winger.
There was a couple of moments. He got his body in the way, and he came back and tracked back and conceded a corner and stopped the cross coming in. But I just think it's something we need to work on. But you're right again about the set plays, and I don't know. There's so many times we just felt like, do you know what? Just be a bit more positive, like just. But again,
defensive set pieces just aren't working for us.
I think it's a zonal. Because it's zonal. No one's running onto a ball to actually clear it.
But even after that, I don't think anyone really knows what to do. Like once we get the ball marginally out of the box, I don't think anyone knows what to do at that point. So Zazi's played everyone on side of McBurney and everyone on side. You got some small players in the middle. There's not really a big player that's going to win a header in the middle, and it was just a bit. We were just all over the place, and I think too often we're all over the place in set pieces.
But we don't. But the funny thing is, as well, is we don't really have anybody on the edge of the box. I don't think. I think everyone's in the middle of the box, and so therefore, when it comes to a clearance, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, it's actually going to an opposition player. Because they've got players on the edge of the box, yeah. But I swear,
we've
back
got
in the
a
day,
few hovering around just in front of just this side of the penalty spot, who have to run out and challenge for it. But yeah.
But there's no one competing for the second ball on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
Everyone's in in between the 18-yard and the 6-yard box.
It needs to be like a high loopy clearance for any of our players to have any chance of getting anywhere near it, because they're 5 yards away.
But then, when they do actually press, they're then too scared to actually put a challenge in case they completely take someone out on the edge of the box, which I completely understand.
Yeah.
And we just create problems for ourselves. I mean, there was even a couple of times where we had the ball, and we're looking to break, and you're looking at certain players to they're almost looking, I've got to pass it. You've got acres of space in front of you. Run. Conor Gallagher did it. He's looked up, there was no one about, realised he had space, ran, then kept looking. He's like, I've actually got nobody. Realised he had all that space, and I was saying, push, because I was like, you've got the space. Chukwuemeka, I thought, did really well with that when he came on. He found a man right next to him, cool, no, that's not on. I'm pressing, I'm running with the ball.
Yeah.
But even then, there's times where the goalkeeper's got it, and you said it, so, where's the runs? Why are we slowing it down? Because no one's making a run.
How is there not an option? Was the point of
no one's running.
Surely someone's making themselves available. We've got enough quick players on the pitch.
You then see it from behind the goal.
Yeah.
After the shot.
Yeah.
And everyone's turning around, moving. It's
a slow.
Who was their right back? The one that got the goal, Brody. Bogle. That's it. He did a nice little bit where I think it was Cucurella again. Was putting him under pressure. He did a nice little pass back to the goalkeeper, and as soon as he's passed it, he's arced his run and he started sprinting to see and make himself available for the goalkeeper. We weren't doing that.
No.
Oh, blimey. So do you think it was really the set piece types? I mean, don't get me wrong, we actually scored from a set piece today, which is actually quite rare.
Yeah.
No surprise it was Thiago Silva today. You'd expect him to get a header, but he got a nice little. I thought it was actually a really good set piece.
It was a really well taken one. There obviously has been a fair amount of time spent on attacking set pieces recently, because we have had a few different weird options. And obviously that one's come off today, but defensive at set pieces just
It's non-existent.
Like, it just doesn't really make
sense. It's non-existent.
McBurney had 3 headers basically all day today as well, from everywhere, and I don't understand the lack of challenge to a lot of his headers. To be fair to Sheffield United, they did play sort of 5 back the system, made themselves incredibly difficult to beat, and I think we're overselling how bad our passing was and underselling actually how difficult Sheffield United made it for us in their half.
Absolutely. They pressed really well, especially in the second half. I said to you, like, look at how they're pressing as a team. Like I can't remember the last time we've done that.
Yeah, they were fully hunting in packs.
We've not done that for a while. No. And I feel like you said it the other day actually. You said, that's a fair point, and I feel like that is something missing from our team. But again, it's like we went 2-1 up.
Yeah.
Like, I know that they played well. I'm not taking anything away from Sheffield United. They were physical. They moved the ball around. They grew into the game. They definitely grew into the game. Then again, they're a team that's actually they've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
They need wins. They need points. So actually, in a weird way, when they went 1-0 down, they go, right, cool. Let's just we've got to crack on.
Right. Yeah.
And Chelsea, on the other hand, I just don't feel like they've got that, like, we need points as well. Like, we still have a small chance of getting into Europe, or at least moving up the table a bit more to a more, I want to say respectable. I mean, it's respectable compared to where we are now and where we have been for most of the season, where we finished last season. But I don't know. It just didn't happen. They did overload the midfield. The midfield struggle, which is why I said it's those gaps at the top of the wings where we really, really needed to try and hit. And when we did, that's where we got the goals from. Noni got goal from that position.
Yeah.
Noni won a corner that led to the first goal from that position. So yeah, it's a weird one. It's just disappointing once again, more than anything else. Were you happy with the formation today? Don't normally play 3 at the back though, do we? Do you think that's because Silva was playing, or do you think that was just because he wanted to get more pressure up the pitch, which didn't happen, or?
I think I'm assuming he just wanted to match them. Maybe it was. Maybe that's why Silva hasn't been playing, because he doesn't think Silva. And Silva is better at 3 at the back, but I still think. I don't think Sheffield United had like that much pace. They don't have a ridiculous amount of pace go up front that's gonna really worry Thiago Silva. Strength wise and jumping and winning headers, he's got enough guard and whatever to generate the right.
Archer was injured. He'd only just come back. He's on the bench. That's their most pacey forward.
Yeah, and I just think you could have it so that Trev's with Archer and
which is what they did, because they put it down that side.
But I wouldn't have done it, but I assume it was the fact that we just didn't really have a right back that could bomb on, so he wanted to play a winger effectively on that side as well. But we didn't look balanced. Jackson looked isolated, and that wasn't the right. I think with the wing backs, you need someone that's going to go around the outside, and that's just not really Noni's game. Like, his threat is that he can do both, but he's not someone that's going to bomb past Palmer every time and whip a ball in, which is, I think, the system that we need to play if we're going to play Palmer out there. If Palmer was in the middle and Noni was out wide and we play forward at the back, I think we might have done a little bit better. But again, I don't understand why I didn't play 2 wingers, like 2 actual wingers on the wings.
Yeah, it was a weird one. Just still trying to wrap my head around it. Any other mentions in terms of people I thought Chalobah did well.
Yeah,
I know. I say that whenever he plays, but to be honest, he got stuck involved. He took a couple of hard knocks, a couple of points. He pushed up the pitch as well, tried to get the game moving forward up the pitch.
Yeah,
made himself available. Even towards in the second half, fucking Caicedo was linking up because fucking Enzo was so far back.
Yeah.
Which was good to see. Like, I don't think he should be in that position, but I'm not going to complain about it when actually he realised that that's what he needed to do. And fair play to him. He gave it a go. But no, it was a bit of a struggle today. It's just again a shame that we just couldn't. It happened so late as well.
We've conceded far too many late goals this season. Like far too many.
I think we're in the top 3 of conceding.
I'd be surprised if we're not like basically at the top. If we're not, I would be surprised if we went. I would be surprised if we went at the top.
Yeah.
To be honest, over the last 10 minutes.
I remember there being a stat a while ago, and we were in the top 3 of that statistic. Unfortunately, it's just so frustrating. So frustrating. I mean, we even made changes for it.
Yeah.
We even brought on Badiashile and we brought on Casadei.
Yeah.
To help with that, and again, it's just.
And then made ourselves slightly more toothless when we did concede.
Yes, I know we had less options moving forward.
Yeah, so incredibly frustrating. Let's hope that we do better.
It's just, I can't keep saying hopefully we'll do it. It's another 3 points that we've 2
points dropped.
No, but it's another 3 points that we've squandered.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, alright, we've got.
We've squandered.
Well, yeah, technically, if you want to do it that way, Mr. Accountant, fair play. But again, it's what the second team in 3 that we played. They've been at the bottom of the league, fighting for a relegation battle.
Yep.
At the moment, those teams will be licking their lips when they play us.
Yep.
Every time we feel like we could get like a nice big jump up the table against a team that you feel like, yeah, we should be doing that.
Yep.
It's nothing. I mean, where was that resilience that we saw against United?
It feels like we relax when we're winning. We take our foot off the gas and we just like, when we start getting into like a slow the game down mode, I think we take our foot off the gas and we really struggle to get the emphasis back.
Yeah, I get that, but controlling the game doesn't necessarily mean slowing the game down.
To us, it seems to.
No, I agree with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but what I'm saying is it shouldn't have to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
But that's what we do. Yeah.
I can't understand what Goldbridge said the other day after they can see that 4th goal. He doesn't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I can't understand that. I mean, it's our first season doing this, to be fair, so it's not a good look. But yeah.
I'm just glad we've got over a week to the next one.
Yeah.
Can get some positivity back, hopefully, in the next 4 or 5 days before the pre.
I was going to say, hopefully we have good weeks at work, and then we can kind of come back in and be like, yeah, wicked.
Yeah, Chelsea. I actually like football again now.
Isn't it? It's not Arsenal we've got next, is it? No, Everton. Oh, fucking hell.
Home, I think.
They're normally a bogey team for us as well, traditionally.
Yeah, everyone's a bogey team for us for the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's a good point. But no, any other? I don't think Enzo had a bad game. I thought he was quite involved. The only thing I didn't like.
Atrocious, but
no, but the only thing I didn't like about it was just, like I said, how deep he was coming to get the ball. But then again, the problem we've got is I don't think there was a lot of movement once again to actually have other outlets.
No, we lacked numbers further up the pitch, didn't we? Because we're playing 5 at the back, and it didn't really come off as a system.
Yeah. Right, well, on that disappointing result, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, comment. Love to hear your comments regarding what you thought about the officials, the formation with 3 at the back. Obviously, there's a couple of changes from the last 2 games with players coming in. So it'd be great to get your thoughts on that. But like, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification button, and stay tuned for the pre-game for Everton. Thank you all for watching.